a smidge.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Just trickling in, we're doing some sound checking and making sure that everything is all happy and kosher while we're getting ready to get going. That timer is when we will be going, and feel free to shout out to us in chat while you're joining in and say hello. We'd love to say hello to you guys while we just finalize a few things before we jump into these games. Now, the big news
What's the
in
big
the
news?
Blizzard world right now.
What's the big news, Galgation?
The big news is that Diablo 3 is shutting down both of their
Oh,
auction houses.
yes, that is big news indeed.
The real money and the gold auction house are both being shut down, which caused me no small amount of laughter earlier
It
today.
actually caused me great joy when you sent me that. I was like,
Oh,
told ya.
I had so many good lols in my belly. It was very fun times. So I think that that's a smart option for them to do. Frankly, I think it's a cost-benefit analysis at this point because obviously the real money auction house had something to do with the idea of trying to sustain the game through continued revenue. If you have enough people making transactions on the auction house and you skim off a little bit off the top each time, then you're getting a decent revenue. But that's dependent on having a huge number of players in your game. So if you lose players and you only have, a fraction of what you were expecting, you're not getting all that much revenue. And then you've got an expansion coming out, and the real money to be made on this game is on the sales of the game. So if people left because the auction house was not so great, then and you want them to come back when you release when you release an expansion.
We've got 2 minutes. I need to show something here.
All right.
Speaking of, so the thing with the auction house is, if anyone's played Diablo, you know how much time you spent in the auction house. I am no stranger to that. It's because there was such loot problems to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to, then they sort of balanced out the bosses, I guess. It's because you couldn't get to Act 5 even there for a while. So.
Right. Well, I mean, there were people who were able to, but you had to be pretty, invested. But I mean,
we had to put actually
like,
hundreds of dollars of real dollars into. So this is
or that. I mean, you either had to go pro in it or you had to. Oh, this is your little farming mechanism?
This is actually, I got a ton of hits on YouTube from this video. It was I did a little tutorial on how to basically just run gold so that you could buy the stuff you need in the auction house. So
this doesn't work anymore, though.
No, they nerfed
Hasn't
it
for a long time.
But you'd spawn at this one spot, you'd get this waypoint, you'd run there and use whatever abilities to get and see if, what was it called, the Dank Cellar, I think.
I don't.
Yeah, it's called the Dank Cellar. And if I had 211 gold fine, and I spent a lot of no real money, but a lot of time and in-game money buying this epic gold find stuff. So, and I raised a ton of money and bought awesome items, and then I could play the game, and then they're closing the auction house. But this is the exact reason why the game was ruined for me, because I spent so much time doing this just to be able to advance in the game, and that's silly.
Well, yeah, that's the problem that I think that it ran into, is that it became, instead of a loot farm, it became a gold farm.
Right.
So,
and you would farm gold to get the loot.
That's right. So that is the news. We are just about out of time on our timer.
Just about, but in the last 20 seconds, how you been?
Oh, I've been good, man. How you been doing?
Great.
We've been a little bit busy this week trying to get ready for some pretty exciting events going on on Sunday. We're going to be doing
what's going on Sunday, Galgation?
We're doing a live cast.
Can you tell me what's going on Sunday?
Yes. So on Sunday, September 22nd, that's this upcoming Sunday, we're going to be doing a live cast of the semifinals and the finals of this league, of StarCraft 2 Community Team League.
What?
And yeah, it's coming to an end. It's almost over.
It is. Season 1 is almost over.
Season 1 is almost over. That's correct. So, where teams are coming in. Well, we're not having the teams come in, but we're the teams that are going to be playing will be there. They're going to be playing their hardest, trying to get to that finals. We will be there for every step of the action. It's going to be a full day of events and giveaways and delicious goodiness. So
Speaking of
please,
giveaways, Das Keyboard has agreed to give away some pretty cool swag items. We're not sure exactly what yet, but some pretty cool swag items during the cast, and we'll be using Twitter for that. So if you are around, follow at SC2CTL, at WingnetSC, and at Gallegation to keep posted about that. And for that matter, follow at Das Keyboard.
yeah.
So you can get in the action for that, and that'll also keep you updated of what matches are coming up, what time we're going live, which is, what, 11:30 now?
Yeah, we're going to be going live at 11:30 with some pre-show, a little bit of a recap of what happened during the group stages and then the playoffs, and then we'll be going into the semifinals. First game start around noon, I believe.
It'll be fun.